What's going on, guys? I'm back for episode 2 of our sort of Euro Truck Simulator 2 playthrough. If you remember last episode, we took our first jobs and our second jobs, and we ended up in somewhere around Calais. Obviously, we're just doing quick jobs at this time, so we haven't got our own truck yet, but that should come in either this episode or the next episode, depending on how long I make them. Alright, we have 2 emails. So basically what happens with the email function is sort of companies send you emails, if they have some companies, when you get if you get your own truck, they'll say that they have work available. And so say you have an employee, you haven't got a truck for them, they can send you emails saying like, if you don't give me a truck in a couple of days, then I'm leaving. Alright, so I can now get money from the bank, but I'm gonna wait until I can borrow 400,000 euros just so I can sort of upgrade my premises and get another driver, so I've got more money coming in. Alright, so we also have this opportunity to visit the Scania dealer as well, and I also discovered a Volvo dealer on our last job. So we have Scania and Volvo at the moment, so I reckon we'll only have to do a short job to get the money. So I'm just gonna we could do Dover to London. Let's go Dover to London. That's a nice short job and it won't take too long. Alright, so this is a third job in the series. I'll make this into a playlist with all the jobs, well, not all the jobs, with all the videos that I've done. Alright, we'll try and do better shifting than the last video. Yep, so it looks like we're driving ourselves to death. I think this is sort of a basic model, considering it doesn't have the upgraded interior like the last one we drove. We are pulling 15 tons, so it might get quite difficult if we go up to hills. So I'm not really sure what engine we have in this. Looks like after this car here we can go. I'm gonna stop the gears a bit there. We are going to London, which is sort of where we started our quick jobs. I would like to be going to some different places, but right now I'm just focused on getting a truck. So my plans with the loan are to get 1 Volvo, 1 Scania, and then upgrade our premises and hire a driver, just so we have some extra cash flow coming in. And also save some for sort of repaying the loan, because the loan payments are quite vicious, and they will take it'll take about 6 grand every single day for the loan repayments, and obviously we'll become bankrupt if we don't pay. Our company doesn't close, but you'll just get into debt, and that's a steep slope to get out of. So they're going to try to keep probably about 20 grand of the cash, just to save for loan repayments and vehicle repairs and stuff like that. Go forward a bit. This is going to be quite a difficult junction to pull out of. I have a feeling this could take quite a long time. I'm planning to use a Volvo as my main sort of work truck that I use, but obviously if I get both then I can alternate between the two whenever I feel like it. The Volvo does have the more powerful engine, so I can, what's the word? So I can use that for sort of heavier loads and stuff like that. Okay, it's clear this way. I think we can go soon. Can't really see that well. We sort of creep our way out. Oh, I hate when they do that. He's gonna go really close. I'm not sure if this guy's letting me go. I think, nope, he's going. A bit confusing. I'm not sure if now we've come up too far. Is he gonna stop? Ooh, that's pretty close. I'm too far into the junction, I think. So those two, nope, you're gonna go. Now the unfortunate thing is we have a long line of traffic built up. So if we go in front of that coach, hopefully he'll let us go. We're gonna have to be quite quick. Should we start going now? Then I'm just gonna go in front of him. Otherwise we're gonna be here for ages. Just give him a little thank you. Yeah, we're gonna be here for ages if I didn't pull out then. Alright, yeah, the plans for either this episode or next episode is to buy a truck. Buy our own truck so we can start doing jobs in it and getting more money. And also to level up so we can use our points to longer distance jobs. I'm sort of debating whether to sort of do this playthrough with the speed limit on or off, because what I'm trying to drive with sort of as realistically as I can, and it helps with sort of not getting speeding fines and stuff like that. I don't really want to have to sort of spend a long time doing each job, because I want to sort of bang these jobs out so I can explore new places. I think it's going to be a motorway drive most of the way there. But I would like to discover more cities, because that gives us more job opportunities. And in the future I'd like to have a garage in sort of Scandinavia and somewhere in sort of Central Europe, just so I can so if I want to take jobs from different places, and just because with garages you can teleport from wherever you have a garage. So it's useful to have garages in many different locations so you can take up jobs. I'm not really going to go for the longest jobs, although there will be some probably very long jobs once we get to sort of a couple more episodes in this series. But I don't really want to be I don't want to be doing too short jobs, but I'm trying to just get them mixed in the middle and just do the jobs that I need. I generally go for price per distance rather than the amount of money that it gets me, just because then I know that I'm getting the sort of most money for the miles that I've driven. Just checking the speed limit. Because I got about 3 speeding fines last episode, and they are quite annoying. Because we're saving up to obviously buy stuff. Have my foot hard on the pedal. Well, obviously that makes not really much difference, as we are limited to 90 kilometers or about 56 miles an hour. We're in the wrong lane. We could probably go after this car. And like quite fine. Didn't realise that we were in the wrong lane. Not really that much of a fan of some of these junctions, because normally you'd have to sort of exit like this to get off the motorway, but some they're just a whole lane just goes into sort of a slip road, and it gets quite annoying and confusing. Especially if you have like a car or a truck on the right side of you, and then you can't switch lanes, and you generally have to force your way out. Alright. gonna say if he let me in, then he could go around me rather than trying to overtake me on the inside. The level I'm at now, level 1, you can't really get much stuff with it. So when we get our truck, it will sort of be standard, and then as the series goes on and as we progress, we can add our customizations to it. I don't really like trucks to be too flashy. I sort of prefer sort of a stock but customized look, not too crazy. And sometimes I'm not sure if I'll upgrade to the full engines unless I really need to, because most engines upwards of like 400 horsepower are capable of pulling most loads. I need to change lanes here. I'm just gonna pull out. This hasn't been the most exciting of journeys, it's just been sort of motorway to motorway. But obviously before we can get long distance jobs and jobs that take us somewhere else, we've got to start with these sort of short jobs until we can get our own truck. And yeah, as I said last episode, I have no mods on at the moment, but I will probably try some mods once I sort of have the money to sort of play around with them. I also have another profile, as I played this game a lot before, so I could try some mods on there, and I sort of made that a sort of side series that I could do, trying out different mods. I am also going to be playing other games as well, not just this. It's just that I enjoyed this game and thought I could make a series on it, because I only really like making videos of games I enjoy. Otherwise it's just kind of boring for me. And we have a average speed check here. We don't want to be getting any more fines, because a fine now could be the difference between a new truck or having to do all more of these quick jobs. I decided not to go with the 100,000 loan because you can't really get much with it, and I thought it would be better just to go all out with the 400,000 euro loan, and then we can get more stuff to progress our company further. Because I might just free roam in this series as well, free roam to discover like different locations. So if I get another driver and another truck, then they can be sort of my payroll while I'm doing other stuff, and that will also help to repay for like maintenance and fuel costs. I haven't needed to fill up a truck yet, and obviously if I needed to it wouldn't matter, because that will come out of the employer's pocket as I'm driving their truck. But once I get my own truck, obviously I need to pay for repairs and stuff like that. So I'm aiming to sort of drive very carefully now and once I get my own truck, just so I don't get any damage which could sort of cut my pay in half, or mean that I can't get back on the road if I obviously if I'm in my own truck and I get 100% damage and I can't afford to repair it, then there's nothing really I can do. I think the speed limit's going to change very soon, so I'm just going to keep quite a low speed. Yeah. Because now that they've added police cars, I mean it was quite a while ago they added them, but now they've added police cars, you can obviously be done for speeding anywhere, even when there's no speed cameras. I think I will, let's just play it safe. I'll benefit from the XP, but right now I don't really, we're quite hard parking in this this sort of yard here, as it's quite small. I'm not really used to parking much with the wheel yet. Alright. Gone a bit too far. Should be parked. There we go. That is all good. Alright, we're about halfway through. Let's go. Alright, so let's see now if we can. Still can't take out the loan. I'm not sure how much I need for that. Really not sure how much I need. I thought it would be somewhere around that, but obviously not. So we're gonna have to take another quick job. Let's see. It's just Calais to Cambridge. Let's see some others. I'm just going to take this one into Paris because I kind of want to branch out into Europe a bit more. Hopefully, after this job, we'll be able to take out that big loan. Alright then. Let's go. Actually, just going to turn my lights on now before I forget. Screwing up the gears once again. I'm going to turn left. I wasn't really sure how much money you needed to take out the loan. I thought it would be somewhere around 5-6k. But now I'm really not sure. Could be somewhere around 10, maybe even 15k. So that might have to be at a later date. I think if we can't get it after this job, then we're just gonna have to save it for another episode. Alright. I think we're clear to go. Really messing up these gears now. Not sure what that's going into. There we go. Went into 7th there for some reason. Don't think we're going to struggle so much up this hill as you would have done with the last truck, but this trailer is much lighter, only 6 tons, and I expect the engine is more powerful. Don't want to get any speeding fines, as I said before, because that could be the difference between getting a truck of our own or not. I'm aiming to make these episodes around half an hour in length. The last one was around 26 minutes, I believe. I don't want to make them too long, because otherwise they'll take ages to upload, but I don't want to make them too short, because then I'll have to just... I'm aiming to do around 2 jobs an episode, but obviously once we can get larger jobs, then we can just do 1 job an episode, or maybe 1 job in 2 parts. some of this journey will of course just be on the ferry, so it's not going to be too long. But after this, if we can't buy a truck, then I'll end the episode. But if we can, then I'll just extend the episode a bit of us buying that, because we'll get our garage up to 3 slots and buy 2 trucks and hire a driver. Once we're higher level, I'm planning to get a Volvo and a Scania, and once I'm higher level, then I'll drive the Scania probably more. But just at when you're sort of at these sort of base levels up to 10, you don't really get you can't really get much in the way of choice for engine upgrades. I also decided to go with the bigger loan, as I didn't want many loans on the go at the same time, because then I'll probably struggle to pay them back. Because I could just get a 100,000 loan now and buy 1 truck and then get a 400,000 loan later, but that's not really what I wanted to do. Alright, we are going to Calais. Shouldn't take too long because Paris is just here. Just a quick motorway down here probably. When we get our own truck, we'll obviously have to pay for ferry costs and all the stuff like that. So that's going to be a downside, but we'll get paid. We would get paid lots more for a job like this, up to probably about 2 grand more. Alright. That was not planned. It's a bit close. It's hard to judge because you can't really see the rail thing that well in the wing mirror. That's just me making up excuses. 120 miles after this job. Definitely going to be a longer episode than the last one, especially if we have enough to withdraw that loan. And we're in completely the wrong gear. I was thinking about maybe getting a few emulators and playing some more classic games on this channel, which might be fun, but I do not know. Just remember to drive on the right. Messing up the gears again. Seems to be a tradition. Yep, I'm gonna clip that. Onto the motorway we go. Don't tell me I've gone the wrong way. I'm so used to going this way. Let's just see. Let's park up here. I didn't need to do that. Well, just for the sake of realism. I think I've gone the wrong way. I was meant to go left, not right. Alright, so how can we correct this? We go down to here. Now if we go down to here, then we can cross, and it's going to be a bit, probably adding about 40 kilometers on, but It's really the only way. That's completely my fault for going the wrong way, but... At least now we get some variation. We get to go on a different road. But the speed limit on that will probably be reduced. And in this game, trucks on those roads tend to go about 40 miles an hour, which is quite frustrating. And this way we'll get to explore more of the map. But I would still prefer to come the other way, because this episode is getting quite long. And we stalled it. We can go, if we go quickly. This isn't going to be quick enough. Definitely not. I mean, the bus had to slow down a bit, but not too much. Merging lanes here. Honestly, this road is going to be a lot slower. If I hadn't have been really stupid and gone the wrong way, then this wouldn't have happened, but yeah. I'm just gonna have to keep our foot to the floor and hope to finish this job quicker, because we're already getting to around the 30-minute mark. I mean, I could split, if this gets to like probably 40 minutes, then I'll probably split it into 2 parts. But I'd rather not do that. We've got roadworks coming up, and we're gonna have to stop. Even though there's no one coming, we still have to stop. Might as well just keep it in neutral so we don't have to clutch in. Can't really see the light that much. There we go. There's not even anyone coming. Come on. There you go. Really messing up our gears now. Speed limit for this road is 50, which is not that bad. Probably go about 55. Scenery is quite nice. I mean, it's standard Euro Truck countryside, but it's nicer than just going on the motorway. I'm also hoping, because I have the Vive la France DLC, I'm hoping to explore some of that as well, which I probably will end up doing. Probably going too fast for this road already, but I want to get this done. Once we get our new truck, then we'll be able to sort of eventually to other places. More than we can now, because we're just restricted to starting a job from the cities that we've discovered, which makes sense, but it's annoying. This road is quieter, I guess, so it's a little bit easier, but the twists and turns don't help. Because I will probably end up rolling the truck, which won't be good. We got a truck up ahead. I mean, we're just gonna get back on the motorway anyways, it doesn't matter. But I would not be against overtaking it, because trucks go too slowly on these roads. Because at least in the UK, trucks will go around the speed limit. But on here they seem to just go like 40 miles an hour for literally no reason. Alright. We've definitely blown the engine there. And the clutch would be gone too. Alright, we have auto pass, which is nice. Always end up braking too much for them. It's a good thing that clutch damage and engine damage isn't simulated, because I would have wrecked this truck already. It's hard with the range splitter. It's hard to... because I always think I'm going into like 10th, but I would be going into 9th. Nice weather. Anyway, nice sunset over there. We do not need to refuel or sleep. We would probably be at our destination now if I hadn't have taken the wrong route, but we've seen some more diverse scenery now, so it doesn't really matter. This truck really not going to let me pass, is it? I need to be in this lane anyway, so it does not matter. He's really going to speed up. There's literally no point. Oh, I need to be in his lane actually. Oh god. I'm gonna have to brake, aren't I? There's all of that just to go in this lane as well. It's turning into night now, but when we finish our job it shouldn't be too dark. you can get like winter mods for this game, which like adjust the time cycles. So right now it'd be like pitch black, but I'm not really gonna use them yet. I guess it's kind of like a summer sort of time thing right now. And we have another toll. Fantastic. This video is really getting really long. Can we... Yeah, okay. No need to brake. And we're going to stall if we're not careful. Oh, I feel sorry for this truck's clutch. I know someone's probably gonna be like, "Oh, you're being too hard on it. You're not clutching it enough." And yes, I would agree. Once I progress in this series, it will get better. Shift down. Found it weird how like all the AI vehicles have like the number plates of the country that like I'm traveling in now, because I find that it would be better if they had like number plates of different countries, because it sort of makes it more diverse, and you can see sort of, because say if I went to France right now, not all the vehicles would have would have French number plates, because some would obviously be tourists or trucks coming from other places, and especially this near Calais. Yeah, that's annoying. I mean, I probably could have got away with going through, but I didn't want to get any more fines than I needed to. And we're near the centre anyway. And there was a police car right there, so I'm going to be very careful not to speed. Do you like the way that they've added these in? It sort of adds an extra challenge, but it kind of, I wouldn't say unrealistic, but if I went past a police car going too fast, and they're not going to give you a ticket without stopping you, and if I went past a police car like 5 miles an hour over the speed limit, then they're not going to ticket. They're not really going to ticket you that much. Well, they're not going to bother stopping you anyway. Then try not to clip that. I really like, since the sort of Vive la France DLC / update, they've made sort of the scenery in France more diverse, even in non-Vive la France areas. So you've got these fuel stations and this sort of tree line on the left, which looks really nice. And they sort of revised the road network as well to make it more realistic and more sort of France-like, if that makes any sense, which it probably doesn't. I think it's probably a Ramadier in Paris, so I can't really be bothered to discover it yet. Alright. I would love to get a garage in somewhere like Paris, because it's sort of quite central in Europe, and it would allow me to do other jobs once I get my own truck. Alright. I mean, I could do the XP, but I think I'm just gonna skip the parking now, because this episode is dragging on a lot. Satisfactory, you're probably late. Damage 2.4%. Not really sure how I got that, but okay. Alright, we've progressed. I'm gonna do high value cargo. Alright, let's see if we can take out the loan now. No, we still can't. Alright, so I'm going to be ending the episode here. I really hope you guys have enjoyed, and stay tuned for more. And if you enjoyed the video, please consider subscribing, and give it a like if you enjoyed it, and if you didn't, leave a dislike. Thanks for watching.